Have you ever wondered why your cat, this perfect predator and committed carnivore, suddenly begins with strange excitement to chew ordinary grass or, even worse, your expensive indoor plants? Most owners make a fatal mistake, believing that the cat simply lacks vitamins or has decided to change its diet. In reality, this means something completely different, and your attempts to buy expensive supplements only ignore the deep cry for help sent by the animal's body. I am certain that 90% of you right now are doing it wrong by allowing the cat to chew random plants, and your pet suffers in silence, because some of your flowers are a real chemical weapon against its internal organs. Today we will reveal this evolutionary detoxification mechanism and understand why vomiting after eating greenery is not a disease, but a survival strategy that saved this species from extinction. Listen to this analysis until the very last second, because at the very end I will reveal the name of one extremely popular houseplant, which causes irreversible kidney failure in cats in a matter of hours. Write right now in the comments whether you have noticed how your cat chooses a specific plant on the windowsill, and did you know that this is not a gastronomic choice, but an act of self-medication. There is a common misconception that cats eat grass for folic acid. However, biological reality indicates a much tougher and more pragmatic approach. Every blade of grass in your pet's stomach is not food, it is a tool, a real surgical means for cleaning the internal space. In the wild, your cat's ancestors ate prey whole, along with feathers, bones, and fur. Since the cat's stomach is unable to digest these elements, they accumulate, creating a threat of intestinal blockage. This is where the ancient code comes in, the instinct to eat tough green fibers. The grass irritates the stomach walls, provoking a reverse reaction, which allows the animal to get rid of the ballast. This is an evolutionary cleaning mechanism, which acts as a natural filter for removing everything unnecessary. Even if your cat has never seen a live mouse, it engages in self-cleaning every day, licking its fur. As a result, hairballs form in its digestive system, which can become a deadly trap. When a cat chews your plant, it acts like an experienced doctor who knows that without rough fiber its internal world will stop. Studies conducted at the University of California, Davis in 2019, confirmed that eating plants is an innate behavior, characteristic even of wild predators, and it is practically unrelated to a feeling of hunger. This is an act of hygiene, just as natural as washing. However, there is one detail that cannot be ignored. It is the chemistry of the relationship between the cat and your interior. Click the like button and subscribe if you belong to those few owners who truly want to understand their animal at the level of the soul. Why then does the cat ignore the safe, special grass from the store and stubbornly go for your lily or ficus? The answer lies in vulnerability and the search for the ideal texture. Your pet is looking for an object which in its toughness reminds it of wild cereal crops. When it destroys your flowers, it is not trying to damage your property, it is seeking relief from stomach discomfort. Most owners make a fatal mistake, punishing the cat for the ruined plants, instead of creating a safe green zone for it. This is not an accident, it is a survival strategy, which in an apartment environment turns into a dangerous game. In reality, your cat has been trying to tell you this for years, using vomiting as a signal that its internal cleaning system is working. It is important to know about the concept of detoxification. Some scientists believe that eating grass helped cat ancestors get rid of intestinal parasites because the tough stems literally swept larvae out of the digestive tract. Today, when we regularly give our pets deworming medications, this instinct has not disappeared. It is written in the ancient code, which requires the predator to periodically clean the stomach to maintain maximum lightness and combat readiness. It is fair to say that your cat perceives houseplants as the only available source of rough fiber, but it cannot distinguish where the medicine is and where the poison is. Most indoor plants contain calcium oxalates, which, when they hit the oral mucosa, cause a severe burn and swelling. When you see that the cat is drooling or swallowing frequently after eating a plant, it has received chemical damage. Playing with your flowers is not just a way to pass the time, it is a ritual that supports its survival instinct. Your pet's trust in you grows when you offer it objects that match its biological essence, for example, sprouted oats or wheat. Grass acts like a brush. However, there is a detail that cannot be ignored. Cats are incredibly conservative creatures, and if they are used to treating themselves with a specific ficus, they will return to it again and again, even if they feel pain. This is the vulnerability of a predator locked within four walls. Our task as owners is not to forbid, but to replace. Creating a safe place with the right greenery is an act of the highest love and understanding. But here we approach that very critical detail. Have you ever heard of how dangerous an ordinary lily can be? For a human, it is a symbol of beauty, but for a cat, it is a death sentence. Every part of this plant, from the petals to the pollen, contains a toxin which causes acute renal failure. Even if a cat simply washes itself after lily pollen has gotten on its fur, its chances of survival plummet without immediate medical help. This is exactly the fatal mistake that thousands of owners make. Your cat does not see danger, it sees a tool for treatment, and this tool kills it. Understanding the ancient code is vital. When you see that your predator is reaching for greenery, do not be angry. Understand that this is the voice of millions of years of evolution, which requires balance. Provide it with safe wheatgrass or oats, and you will see how its anxiety level decreases. Your home should be a safe place where instincts do not lead to tragedies. The real truth is that your cat is not being difficult. It is trying to maintain its health in the only way available to it. Look at your windowsills right now, and perhaps today you will make your home much safer for the one who sees you as its chief protector. Take care of your pets, appreciate their ancient wisdom, and remember that true understanding of a cat begins where human myths end and pure biology begins. Learn to hear it without words, and it will reward you with its loyalty, which cannot be bought for any money in the world.